Alongside Mike Johnson and Kevin Weiss, gentlemen, who saw this coming? The only goalie with a better GAA and save percentage than Anthony Stolarz is Vezina favorite Connor Hellebuyck right now. And at $2.5 million a season, he's only making a fraction of the money Hellebuyck is. MJ, where would you rank his signing among the offseason unrestricted free agent steals?
It's got to be the best, Gino. And when you're talking about most value per dollar per play, it's got to be the very best. Anthony Stolarz has delivered exactly what the Toronto Maple Leafs were hoping he would, and then some when he signed him. Now, we cannot discount how good Anthony Stolarz was last year. By a per-start metric, in many ways, he was the best goalie in the league. He just didn't get to play a lot because he was playing with Sergei Bobrovsky. But the Leafs said, we need a quality backup to support Joseph Woll, which he has done, and the ability to take the starter's role if Woll gets hurt, which he has also done. I've been around the Leafs a lot, Gino. I've seen firsthand the confidence that that team has in their goaltending and now in their system, in large part because of their goaltending, to stay with the game plan, to stay with Craig Berube's message, because Anthony Stolarz and Joseph Woll lately have given him stable goaltending in net. Weeksy, you cannot put a price on quality goaltending. Leafs found one in Stolarz.
Couldn't agree more. The only person that might have seen it coming is their agent, because he represents both of them. Elenois has both Stolarz and, of course, Joseph Woll. He might be the only person, but aside from that, I can tell you this. Stoli the goalie is playing like Oli the goalie played in Washington. Olaf Kolzig, who prior to Braden Holtby was the best goalie they've had. He's big, but he plays big. He has that imposing presence in the net. Johnny, you get to see them up close a lot. Sometimes bigger goalies can have a tendency to be crouchy. Not him. He plays very upright. He has that imposing kind of stance. And not only is he playing well, but the fact that he's playing to his size, it seems to give the Leafs that much more confidence. And not only the fact that he'll make the first save, but the second or the third save if need be. I think he's been everything they could have asked for and more, and that is ROI personified. Yes, hats off. He's been one of the best free agent signings and a great value, no doubt.
All right, obviously, big night for Stoli, the goalie, as you call him, as he faces his former team for the first time. A big night for this team in general. Changes in net, change on the blue line, change behind the bench, a new system. When you bring it all together, how much better prepared is this year's edition of the Toronto Maple Leafs to face a team like the Florida Panthers than they were this time last year, Weeksy?
I think this is the next step in that progression, so I definitely think that they're further along in that, and here's some of the reasons why. Number one, consistent goaltending. Number two, the fact that they're a little bit more physical, but not recklessly so. Physical in terms of being hard on pucks, hard on positioning, hard in the urgency to get to spots when you have the puck or you're trying to retrieve it. In addition to that, I would also say they don't have to cheat for chances anymore. They don't have to cheat to try to get on the offensive side of things. With the goaltending being as rock solid and great as it's been, that allows them to play within the flow of what Craig Berube is trying to implement with their group. I just think the biggest thing, Johnny, at this point for them is the mentality. Can they keep this mentality going, not only throughout the course of the season, but the postseason?
Weeksy, you identified so many of the ways that Toronto is better served now and probably into the playoffs. You can add better penalty killing to the mix as well. But the one thing that they still need to show they can do that they have not been able to do, not really this year, and certainly not in playoffs past, is score goals. Offense is down for Toronto, and that's okay because the defense has gotten much better. But at some point, if they want to get through a series, if they want to win a Game 7 or a Game 7 on the road in Florida against that stingy physical defense, they need to show that they could score at 5-on-5 a little bit more than they have shown so far. So yes, I think the mentality and the psychology behind the way they're playing will serve them very well. I think a healthy Austin Matthews will go a long way to shoring up some of their 5-on-5 offense issues, but that's the last piece of the puzzle that they haven't really shown in the regular season. They certainly have not shown in playoffs past, and if they want to get over the hump through round 1, 2, 3, they have to show they can score when the games are tightest, and that is still a work in progress, Gino.
All right, so that's a work in progress. As for tonight, Stolarz gets Sergei Bobrovsky. Bob is one of only 2 active goalies with multiple Vezinas. He's got 13 wins in 23 career games against the Leafs.